easy go.
Hello smart people, Mr. H here. This is the part 3 of Unit 2 IAB Test Review version 1. Alright, let's go over this is probably the last part of the practice test. Equation 15 to the x power over 6 to the x power equal to 52. Give the x value that make the equation true. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to reduce our fractions. 15 over 6 can be reduced by 3. That will give you 5 to the x power over 2 to the x power. 15 divided by 3 is 5, 6 divided by 3 is 2. So what is the x supposed to be so that you have the answer is 5 over 2? So it's quite obvious that x is supposed to be 1, right? Because 5 to the first power is 5 and 2 to the first power is 2. Give the x value to make the equation false. So there's only one answer. So if x is equal to 1, make it true. Any other number will make it false. Any number but 1. Any numbers but 1. Okay, but x equal to 1. So I need you to pick one. Please do not write that on a test. I need you to pick like x equal to 2. Okay, or any number. Why? Because that will give you 5 squared over 2 squared. 5 squared is 5 times 5 is 25. 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 4. 25 over 4 cannot be reduced to give you 5 over 2. Alright, so that's it. Number 10. If you understand that, if you didn't do 10 and 11, go ahead, pause the video, try it out. If you did, check the answer with me. 12 to the x power, 18 to the x power, which can be reduced by, what, 6, right? So that will give you 2 to the x power over 18 divided by 6 is also 3 to the x power. We won 2 over 3, which is kind of the same format that we have here. So then the answer will be the same, x equal to 1. Because 2 to the first power, 3 to the first power, that will give you 2 over 3. Give the x value that make equation false. So I say x equal to 3, for example. And that's it. Okay. Why? Because 2 to the third power and 3 to the third power. 2 to the third power, 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. 3 to the third power is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. Then not the same as 2/3. Okay, number 11. 8 to the x power over 4 to the x power, which can be reduced by 4. That will give you 2 to the x power over 1 to the x power. What is the x value supposed to be so that the answer will be 1? Okay. Hopefully you know the answer because we did see this earlier. If you say x value is 0, which is correct answer, 2 to the 0 over 1 to the 0, which earlier in problem example 1, one of those set of problem, you're dealing with 5 to the 0, which give you 1. It is similar like this. 2 to the 0 is 1 over 1 to the 0 is 1. 1 over 1, which is 1. Okay. Give the x value to make the statement false, so that will be any number but 0. So let's say x equal to 1 as the answer. Alright, number 12. Humpback whale. Give me 1 second. Humpback whale are known to weigh as much as 8 times 10 to the 4 pounds, and the tiny krill they eat weighs only 2.1875 times 10 to the negative 3 pounds. How many times greater the krill are humpback whale? So to find the how many times larger, how many times greater, so you're gonna put the big value over the small. In this case, you have the humpback whale going to be a bigger animal compared to the krill. So that will be 8 times 10 to the 4 power. Divide by the krill is 2.1875 times 10 to the negative 3. Okay, we have been practicing this one in class for 2 weeks. We do this in the bell work. So I ask you that you can do the exponent first. That will give you 4. Since they divide, so you will subtract the exponent. 4 minus negative 3. Right? So 2 negative turn positive. That will be an addition. 4 plus 3 is 10 to the 7 power. Then 8 divided by 2.1875. You need a calculator for this. 8 divided by 2.1875. That will give you 3.657 and so on and so forth. For the convenience, I will stop at 3.65. 3.65 is a scientific notation because you only have one number in front of decimal point, and that is between 0 and 10. So we are good. 3.65 is the scientific notation. The answer is done. And that's it. Number 2, in 2010, the national debt of the US is about $14 trillion. In 2003, it was 7 times 10 to the 12 power dollars. How many times larger the national debt in 2010 than 2013? So they said that the question already give out the hint that 2010 is more. We in debt more than 2003. So 2010, they say that 14 trillion. So how do you write 14 trillion? Let's count the 0 with me. 1, 2, 3, that make 1,000, right? 1, 2, 3, that make 1,000,000. 1, 2, 3, that make 1,000,000,000. 1, 2, 3, that make 1 trillion. So $14 trillion is look like this. 14 and 12 zeros. 7 times 10 to the 12 power will be the one at the bottom. Okay, 7 times 10 to the 12 power. So there's 2 ways to do this. You can either write the 14 trillion in scientific notation, or you can expand the 7 times 10 to the 12 power in the standard form. So either way, it will work. For the convenience, I like to write it out as standard form. Okay, the bottom will be 7 with the 12 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So obviously that the 7 trillion, 7 times 10 to the 12 power is $7 trillion. 14 divided by 7, 14 trillion divided by 7 trillion, the answer will be 2. 2 times larger. You can reduce the 0 in pair like this. That will give you 14 divided by 7 is 2. So you can use the calculator. Alright, last problem. Yay! California has approximately 4 times 7, 10 to the 7 people. The population of the entire United States is approximately 3 times 10 to the 8 power. How many times greater the population of the US than the population of California? So same idea, big of a small, right? So the bigger guys is the population of the whole United States. So 3 times 10 to the 8 power. And then the population of California is 4 times 10 to the 7. Alright, so now we can use the quotient rule, subtract the power. 10 of 8 minus 7, which is 10 to the first power. Now we can divide the numbers. 3 divided by 4 is, or 3/4, that will be 0.75. 0.75 times 10 to the first power, or 0.75 times 10, that will give you 7.5. is 7.5 times larger. I'm sorry about that. The population of the United States of the whole United States is 7.5 times larger than the population of California. Alright guys, that's it for today. Please make sure you study for your test. Tomorrow you get version 2 to make sure that it's more beneficial for you. It's more helpful to do version 2. Please go home, do this one again. Use a blank sheet of paper, cover each problem, and see if you can redo it by yourself. That is the way to learn. So you see the answer, okay? If you already do all the problem, you check the answer with me. Whichever question that you get wrong answer, do that for those questions. If you didn't have a chance to do anything at all, you copied out all the answer, please go home, cover your answer key, cover your answer, and do it again. Because when you listen to me, it may make sense for you at that moment, but can you produce that on the test? Do you understand it? Can you give the answer on the test? So that is more important. Okay. All right, guys. Good luck. Make sure you study. If I will really appreciate if you can remind each other, hey, make sure you study. Test is on Wednesday. I don't want you will be surprised when we have tests on Wednesday. We already know about it. All right, thanks guys. See you on Wednesday. Okay, bye guys.